I made like a stupidly large buy last night, and I think this is going to be like a double, triple banger. So this is called a Musee, and essentially what it is think of it like a $1 million webpage is what they kind of told me. And they DM'd me on Twitter. It happens regularly, right? Like it's not uncommon for me to get a DM being like, hey, like, can you check out our project? And I look into it and I'm like, okay, cool. And at the time, like, it was just this plot that was kind of like filled out here. Sorry, let me put it on full screen mode. It was just kind of like this plot. Obviously there was some stuff, you know, over in the corner here. So basically the idea is when you click on something, right? Like, let's say this is interesting. I can say, okay, this is SAT NFT. Wow, they paid a lot. This is one of those crypto glyphs or pixel glyphs, the Barthasian. And I'm like, okay, I don't really know what that is. This one is a ferocious piece that they paid like $8K for the plot of land, but then like this piece itself is like a one-of-one from ferocious, so super expensive. And then we can find different collections of NFTs in here, and I can zoom in and look. The quality stays all the way up to here, and so people are getting these smaller plots as well as the bigger ones. And the NFT me discover the creative revolution, 1 TV series, 52 utility NFTs, 5-year profit share. And then they have like a video breakdown, and you can go and click their external link and find out what this is for the NFT.me. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, this is a spot we can go that I think is like OpenSea, but way more fun and visually appealing. So I decided to buy this absolute huge chunk of land because we were on a call with them, and I was like, hey, I'm interested. And if you're going for like way bigger plots of lands, like 100 by 100, they don't budge other than that, but you can get a discount if you do like a massive bulk buy. For anyone that's interested in doing that. But from my assumption, I'm like, listen, this is going to need adoption of people to look on it, because it's kind of like OpenSea, because I can click on this and be like, okay, go to my external link. I can link my Twitch, I can link my Twitter, I can link my OpenSea profile. It really doesn't matter. It's like, I'm going to be covering this all the time. And so I'm always curious, okay, like, who are my neighbors? Like this guy here, Cyborg Nomad. They don't have an external link. We can view their profile. And they're going to have, like, these creations coming soon. So I'm assuming it's going to be kind of like OpenSea, where you're able to list something. I don't know if the OpenSea assets are going to transfer into this, but either way, it doesn't matter, because I can still click that. And if they have an external link here and there it says, hey, like, check out the Iron Bull here on OpenSea, I click that, but this has got my attention. So that's why I'm, like, super bullish on this. And I went, like, crazy last night. If they have links to click, do you think people will set up scams, or is it more secure? That's a really good point. In terms of, like, preventing scams, that's something that, like, you'd probably, I guess, have to, like, ask the team to, like, vet certain things. That's a really good point, to be honest, Blazer. And so this has been out for, like, a week, and it's 0.1 per plot. And, like, if we're buying this other stuff that we don't even know if it has, like, utility, I think this is going to have great utility. And then I messaged Kagi John about it last night because, you know, we had him on the stream. And so he bought this last night, and then all this shit popped up overnight for it. It's actually crazy. And then there's the Cool Cat collection, right? Like, if you own an NFT, like, studio, right? Like, if you're an artist, like Skull Kids or Cool Cats, you can have a lineup of what your stuff is, and then you can have, like, a direct link to go and buy that NFT. Let's go back and check my area down here. So for the grayed out areas, that means they've bought, but they haven't put what's there. And so this is Nova Lux. What's the external link? Is this their OpenSea? Is this their Twitter? All right, their OpenSea. Above that, I think this is, it's Jay Booze. Yo, Jay Booze, I don't know if you're here. I totally thought this was Bourbon. I think this is him. Yeah, for some reason, he made his thing the pickle. And then Vogu Traxy. I told Traxy about it, and I was like, hey, this might be something you want to get into. And then he got one right next to me. Ballin' Terps. Rocking the pixel glyph. We got Mr. Not Good. What does he link here? The Discord. Yo, this guy's clever. Yo, head mod over here. That's awesome. Federal Reserve? Wait, what is this? The thing goes is that a rapper? Or is that like someone who just randomly bought that? But people also don't realize how this kind of works in a way. Like, I've seen people have these gray squares. You have to click on them if you own them to change the profile photo, because I kept going to like the top and changing like my actual profile. So my profile and this says the same thing, but you can actually have them so it's different. I think ultimately this needs adoption, right? Like this existing just on its own, I don't think does anything, right? You need people, you want to have, you know, buyer stuff. Why is this going to do well, in my opinion? Because people are wanting to find stuff out in the NFT space. OpenSea doesn't really have that great of a catalog, but this is visually amazing. Super easy just to scroll right in on something. Keeps that. You can also rent out your spots. Let's say Jiro here is like, you know what? I don't have anything I want to sell right now, but the Schiller is doing a mega stream. But let's say we do a mega stream. I then change my photo to the schedule of the mega stream with the link and everything. And then Jiro says, hey, I have a spot. People are going to be checking this out when they're on the site, assuming people adopt it. He can then rent out these spaces. Maybe it's one, maybe it's all of it. It's the biggest plot that they can do to kind of gain an audience. And so the adoption part, I think, can kind of start with me in a way. And like, I'm trying to talk to the team being like, this idea is great. I don't know if you guys are doing too many other things, but like if there's a way that I can get involved in some kind of way, like I think arguably this team could end up being like, I don't know, as big as like Pixel Vault, because obviously you have like really, really big names in there, but I think the work that they've done on this impresses me like beyond belief. And when you look at some of the things that they're offering and whatnot, if you check out like the roadmap, it's kind of basic here where it says like launch of the Musee platform July 20th. So again, a week ago, full NFT marketplace coming in September 2021, social media platform kind of release with it. And then they're going to have like the mobile app development, which is going to probably add some more stuff. And obviously we can say, hey, we're early, but the fact they have like this functioning platform is awesome. How much did you pay for your huge face square? So for this one, it was like 10 ETH. And like, do you get my point though? Because if this does take off, and it's all subjective to that, these bigger plots are going to be hard as hell to get. You could say, okay, there's there, okay, there's there, okay, there's there, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, 9, 10. There's about like 10, maybe 11 more spots that are big here. And that's going to be it. And these ones obviously stand out for different reasons. And over time, if you believe in NFTs, bigger brands coming on, and if this is a mainstay on the platform, it's great. I love it. I love it. I think it's ingenious. For here, with $1 million pieces, like when I'm zooming in and out of the map, it doesn't feel like that intuitive, right? Nobody talks about this really anymore. They partnered up with like Voxideus and that kind of stuff. And there's like towns here. So there's Russia that we can buy. Like there's Germany. Like I don't really get the point of it. Like, okay, here there's a big thing and I can click on NFT World millionpieces.io, so I just get brought back to the site. Like it's not as clean flushed out. Maybe there's more stuff that comes with it, but I think like ultimately if I'm gonna pick between this and this, I'm going with this.